If he did this now, every step would be tweeted. There'd be a Just Giving page and updates on the radio and telly. Yet, when Will Kemp Morris danced from London to Norwich through Essex and Suffolk in 1599, people knew about it. It was big news.
Two men have a massive row. Now, we wouldn't care about that, except the two people that had the row were Will Kemp, the greatest comedian of his age, and William Shakespeare, probably the greatest writer in history. They were having a big row over comedy in Hamlet. Now, Shakespeare said, I don't think Hamlet's going to be a barrel of laughs. I'm not writing a comedy, I'm writing something completely different. Will Kemp said, these people come to watch me do my comedy in your plays. He walked out the office and he Morris danced from London to Norwich. And that is what Kemp thought the true nature of comedy was.
The thing to remember about Will Kemp is that back then he was really famous, like a rock star, a film star, an A-list celebrity. And when he arrived in Chelmsford, there were crowds lining the streets to greet him. It rather took him aback, so he took refuge in a pub.
Go away.
Kemp wrote about his journey. He called it the 9 Days' Wonder, but it actually took him 23, distracted by ale and local lasses. A few years ago, the actor and comedian Tim Fitzhyam decided to recreate it, and he did do it in 9 days.
It's really, really tiring, Morris dancing. It's like skipping marathons back to back. That's what you're doing. And it's more than a marathon because you go backwards a bit and forwards a bit and backwards a bit and forwards a bit.
From Chelmsford, he danced through Essex, a Pied Piper. Through villages and towns, people would join him until they'd had enough. After leaving Essex behind, it was Sudbury and then on to Long Melford.
This is where Will Kemp arrived with a lusty country lass. She had been along the way and she said, I can dance with you, Will Kemp, I'll take you on. And he thought she was really fun. And so he strapped bells on her and off they went Morris dancing to Melford. He was a rock star, he was bawdy, he was much loved by a lot of people. And this place would have been absolutely jam-packed with him when Kemp came through.
From there on to Clare and Bury St Edmunds, then into Norfolk for the home run to Norwich.
Clear the way for Will Kemp! Clear the way!
Kemp had money on himself to do it, so he wasn't going to throw in the bells.
Imagine today if Brad Pitt said, I'm going to walk from London to Norwich and you can come and shake my hand. You can come and say hello to me. You can come and have your photo taken with me. That's the equivalent of what Will Kemp did. He was the biggest star, not just in England, but he was European renowned. So this is a sort of a massive film star, very accessible to people, doing something that people really loved at the time, which is Morris dancing. In Shakespeare's time, it was probably more famous than the plays of Shakespeare, Will Kemp's Morris dance. Now, it's not now, of course, you know, we revere Shakespeare, but at the time, in that year, and probably for the next 2 years, Will Kemp was the big star.